Hello guys, this is Husani Lewis, and if you noticed by now, I did change my YouTube channel. I called it Husani's Spiritual Journey because, yeah, I feel like I'm still going through my spiritual awakening, and I feel like it makes a lot more sense to name it that way than just Husani Lewis. To me, it seems bland, but anyhow, today I'm here to make a part two of the benefits of semen retention because I was looking at my videos and I noticed that that video had the most views. It had like 20 views, and which is good. I do appreciate the fact that I was able to make a video and get that truth out there, and a lot of people are seeing it. But at the same time, it raised a little bit of curiosity and somewhat concern as well. And I'm gonna be real with you guys. I am a little concerned about the views because out of all the videos, we're all about like how to become a better version of you and how to connect with yourself, right? Like for instance, how loneliness is beneficial or how to deal with your thoughts and all that. I noticed all those videos didn't have a lot of views, but the semen retention one. So I don't care if you're a boy or a girl who's watching this, but I want to ask you this question, and don't bullshit yourself when you ask this question. I can't bullshit myself if I'm gonna ask this question. And the question is, what's your main intentions on being on semen retention, right? Ask yourself that and really be honest with yourself. What are your intentions? And I say this because I feel like that, anybody who hops on semen retention or no-fap, whatever you want to call it, right? They're just in it for the benefits. They're not in it. I just feel like they're not in it for the journey. They treat it like a challenge. I'm telling you, semen retention is not a challenge. I couldn't give a rat's ass if I was on day 100. It's a lifestyle that you commit to. It's a lifestyle that's beneficial for you. It's a lifestyle that creates happiness. If you can master your thoughts and feelings. Even meditation, it's a lifestyle. It's the key to happiness. I couldn't care if I was meditating ever since November, right? I don't even know how many days I was meditating, but I don't care. As long as I'm doing it consistently and making it a lifestyle in my own life, and it's making me happy, it's benefiting me, then I'm going to continue doing it, all right? And I'm telling you, if you're going to hop on semen retention and treat it as some type of challenge, then stop watching this video, man. Go watch PewDiePie or some other bullshit channel, alright? Don't waste your time watching me, alright? It's that simple. But anyway, okay. I'm just going to get everything off my chest, honestly. But what I realized is when you treat semen retention like a challenge, right? You're bragging about how many days you went without busting, right, to your friends, and then one day they come up to you asking like, hey, what day are you on? And you're going to be hella depressed and you probably relapsed and you're back on day one. So that's why you shouldn't be counting the days. If you want to count the days, fine, but don't get hooked onto that shit. Days, they're just a number. Like, I've recounted and I'm actually on like day 8, I think. But at the same time, that's just a number. Guys, while semen retention has the benefits, don't just expect to just hold in your essence and just expect all the good things to happen to you. While at the same time in life, you have to put in the work. You got to put in the work. I'm telling you, that's the cold truth on semen retention. It's just a hack that makes you happy. But if you start doing positive habits like working out, meditating, sun gazing, eating right, naturally, you're going to start feeling better. You're going to start feeling a lot more positive, and naturally over time, things will start working in your favor. That's one of the biggest benefits in semen retention. Things just naturally start working in your favor, but you can't expect that. You gotta put in the work to earn it. Think of it like this, right? God, God, He created us, all right? And I know not everyone's gonna believe that, so I'm not bashing anybody. But, the universe, God, however you want to see it, He's within us. He's within your semen. The universe is within your semen, right? So when you're releasing that, right? You're releasing all your powers, your inner essence, the inner essence that makes you strong. And most guys out there, right? They're feminized. They're beta, man. They're beta. I don't care if they're wearing a fucking Gucci belt. They're beta. Like, I can tell you one thing, man. Man, I see a lot of beta people, a lot of beta boys in my high school, man. Pants sagging, trying to chase tail and all that. I can definitely tell you one thing. If you're a guy that's watching this and you're on semen retention, don't chase any tail. Don't chase girls, man. That's not how it works, because when you're chasing something, it's going to run away from you. Understand that, right? It's like saying if I was to chase a dog, 9 times out of 10, it's going to run away. Unless that dog actually has guts and they're going to bite me if I chase after them, right? So stop chasing after girls, man. Even if you're a girl that's watching this, stop chasing after boys. They don't need you. You don't need them. You are enough. You are enough. Understand that. But furthermore, right? Back to what I was saying. When you start putting in the work, start working on your purpose, start focusing on yourself, naturally things just start working in your favor, man. It just starts working in your favor. Like, I remember, like, I test in small groups, for instance, right? And I was doing a quiz for chemistry. And then the teacher that was with me, surprisingly, she pulled out her phone and she said, "Hey, Sonny, watch the door." She helped me. She helped me get some of the answers on the quiz. And I didn't even expect that from her, right? I was like, what the fuck is going on here? So, yeah, the benefits are real, guys. And I'm not making this up. Like, even though I barely passed the quiz, it still helped me. And that was a reward from God. That was a reward from the universe. Guys, remember this. When you are on retention, if you are doing good things for yourself, doing the right things, having the right intentions on this journey, you are going to be rewarded by God, by the universe, however you want to see it. You will be rewarded. But if you do bad things, right? You're bashing people, you're chasing after tail, you're finding an excuse to relapse, right? To jerk it. Or in other aspects, right? Smoking, don't do it. Or even drinking, don't do it. You're paying a price. It's like I said in my previous video. The moment you start slipping back into bad habits, you're only strengthening your ego. You're only strengthening the bad habits. And it's going to be a lot harder to overcome those things. Like last night, man. I've already said in my previous video, but I'm going to say it again. Last night, it was a struggle for me because I really wanted to, bust. But I couldn't because I'll be paying a price. And I would have been having anxieties, all kinds of anxieties today. But I'm not. And I'm glad I'm not. The universe always puts you in a test, guys. And trust me, trust me. When you succeed in passing that test, the universe is going to reward you, man. God will be proud of you and He will reward you, And, like, if you really think that semen retention is unbeneficial, then I say don't do it. But give it a try. Give it a try. However, you need to understand and accept this fact that the benefits the benefits will only show up as long as you are doing the right things, as long as you have the right intentions, all right? And I want you all to really ask yourself this, and do not bullshit yourself. What is your intentions behind doing semen retention, right? You need to ask yourself this question. Because I think a lot of us, even me, Before, when I started my journey, I just hopped right into it without really being serious with myself and grounded with myself. You have to be grounded with yourself about this, guys. Because if you're just going to hop in and expect all the good things to happen to you, you know, I'm sorry, but you're not going to get that far. You're not going to experience all the benefits. And another reason why, if you're on semen retention, if you are someone who's been on this journey for a while and you're not seeing any benefits, then it could be these reasons. One, you're expecting all the big benefits to come. You guys, don't expect anything, because the more you expect something to happen, chances are it might not happen. You know, like in a way, like if you want the woman attraction and you're just on semen retention just for woman attraction, you know, you're not really doing it for yourself. You're treating it like a fucking challenge. Stop treating it like it's a challenge. Guys, this is why so many boys and even girls relapse. You treat it like it's a challenge. You gotta stop seeing it like that. You need to start treating it. You gotta treat it like it's a lifestyle. Understand that. But yeah, if you're just doing it just for the attraction, then your heart is not in the right place. Your intentions are not in the right place where it needs to be. You gotta understand, there's rules to the universe that you must follow. It might sound like bullshit to you, but it's the truth. It's the truth. You know, like, you guys really have to understand all of this, man. So, and because here's the thing, like the attraction, right? Even if you're not experiencing the benefits, just know that the attraction from females or males, depending on what gender you are, it's always going to be there. It's like saying if I don't go to one party, there's going to be like 500 parties happening that same day, right? So why should I be bullshitting that I didn't go to that party? You know, if you're bullshitting about not experiencing the benefits, that could be a reason why you're expecting the bigger benefits. Instead, focus on the smaller benefits. When you're on semen retention, pay attention to how you walk in a crowd. Pay attention to how you interact with people. To pay attention to how you feel, right? When I used to be in big crowds in school, I always used to have that little nervous feeling inside me, like people are staring at me. Oh my God, I can't take it, right? I can't take it. You know, the anxiety, right? Every time I saw a pretty girl in class, I was like, oh my God, she's too fine. I don't know how to act, right? You're nervous. And why? Is it because you keep relapsing? Relapsing makes you nervous. It makes you have anxiety. You know, you need to retain. But when I got on to retention, I felt a lot more confident. I felt more confident walking into the classroom. I couldn't care if I was embarrassed, you know. I couldn't care at all. I felt confident, you know. So start paying attention to how you carry yourself, how you act, how you interact with people, and how you feel. Those are the four main things to pay attention on. And like I said, when you start doing the right things and start having the right intentions, everything will work for you. Trust me, it will. It worked for me, and it's still working for me. Another reason why you're not experiencing all the benefits is that it's because you keep trying to find an easy route. You're cheating, basically. And what I mean by cheating is that, let's say if you're trying to refrain yourself from masturbating, right? And when you're edging, and in case you guys don't know, edging is basically like you're, doing that, but you're not releasing. You stop yourself from releasing. And even though I've heard there are benefits to doing that, I wouldn't take that risk. And guys, don't bullshit yourself. Don't cheat. Don't cheat, guys. This is something I had to learn the hard way. Every time when I edged, it always led to a relapse. And that's what happened to me last Friday, and I paid the price. I did it twice. I relapsed 2 times in that last Friday, man. And I felt like crap. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's a trap. Even if it's not masturbating in general, don't smoke. It's a trap. Don't drink. It's a trap. Don't do it. Don't. When your ego is telling you to do it, it's a trap. All right? You have to reframe yourself from that. You have to reframe yourself. Don't cheat, man. It's like when you're not smoking, when you said you're not smoking, right? Instead, you're gonna do vaping. That's like the equivalent of smoking. Just as much as edging, that's the equivalent of masturbating. Even if you're not, releasing, that's still like a relapse in a way, you know? And what edging does is that it strengthens your sexual desire. And it's going to be a lot more harder to overcome that, which means that you're most likely going to be tempted to do it again and you're going to relapse. Trust me, I know this from experience. And these are not just facts. I'm also speaking experience too. You know, it's just like what this YouTuber that I still watch, Gabe Dog, man. He's a hardcore semen retention person. He always said that if you find an excuse to, do something bad, you're always going to find an excuse to do bad things. Just as much as if I find an excuse to edge, I'm always going to find an excuse to masturbate. If you find an excuse to smoke weed, you're always going to find an excuse to smoke weed. You got to stop finding an excuse to take the easy route, guys. And it's hard. I get it. I know. It was hard for me to stop busting every freaking day. It was hard for me. But now, going through that, I gained better control. I have better control over myself. I was able to refrain myself from even edging last night after I took a shower. And I'm glad I did that. Even though I was tired as shit, I'm glad I didn't do it. I'm glad. Because God was testing me. The universe tests you. You know? Like the moment you feel aroused, right? In that moment, you have two choices. One, you give in to your urge and let the urge control you. Or two, you control the urge, right? You have to control it, man. Control, self-control. And it can be hard, but the hardest things in life are the better things for you. Understand that. Understand that. You know, like I said, if you're doing good things and having the right intentions, good things happen to you. If you have bad intentions, bad things will happen to you when you're on semen retention. Remember that. Really remember that. All right? And, you got to reframe yourself. You got to stop. And even if it's hard, take it baby steps at a time. Like, if you're someone who's used to watching porn all the time, and beating your tallywhacker all the time, stay away from it. Pretty much. Go at least a day. Try going at least a day without looking at, porn and not masturbating. Pay attention to how you feel. Pay attention to how you interact with people. Pay attention to, how you carry yourself. Pay attention to how... Did I say interact with people? Crap, I already forgot the fourth one. Shit. Well, pretty much just pay attention to your actions, more or less. And if it was easy for you, keep going. Just like what Gabe Doc said, don't find an excuse to do something bad. Find an excuse to keep going. Even if you did maybe peek at porn a little bit, or even, you edged, you just gotta accept the fact that you fucked up. You made a mistake. But don't find an excuse to keep doing it. Find an excuse to keep going. Find an excuse to be better. Find an excuse to be better. Right now, I'm doing this. I'm making this video right now because I want you all to become a better version of yourself. And even if this video doesn't get a lot of views, I'm not tripping. As long as I'm speaking the truth and getting it out there, then that's a good thing. Because honestly, I actually feel really happy that I made this channel. Because ever since my spiritual journey, I wanted to talk about these things. But I guess I just wasn't as confident in myself as I am now. And I'm glad I'm doing this. And I feel like this is the best decision I've made for myself so far in 2020. I know I'm on the right path. I'm doing the right thing. And I want you all to do the right things for yourself. Okay? So, pretty much, if there's one thing I want you to take away from this video, have the right intentions on semen retention. Okay? I want you all to have the right intentions. Alright, so that's pretty much the end of this video. I hope you all have a nice day, and goodbye.